no-fault auto insurance law. Viewers asked us to investigate, and we did.
WZZM 13 watchdog reporter Sarah Sell joins us now with more. Sarah?
Well, right now we are the only state that requires drivers to purchase lifetime medical benefits for accident victims. The law was created over 40 years ago and for the most part has remained unchanged. Some say it's one of the reasons our insurance rates are the highest in the country.
This could be a reality for somebody in the turn of an instant, you know.
1, 2, 3.
If you get your license at age 16, you're going to have a car accident before you're 34. And it probably won't be your last one.
The promise of lifetime care for that is almost immeasurable.
There is a big debate in Michigan, and it involves your money. Should Michigan drivers be required to pay no-fault insurance?
So this is a fairly new process we're working on here.
For 29-year-old Marcus Fairfield, the answer is yes. But it wasn't always that clear. In 2015, his girlfriend was pregnant with their first child. They were making plans for the near future. All that changed on April 25th.
I guess I was a little naive to how injured I really was.
Marcus had just taken his Mustang GT out of storage. With his friend behind the wheel, they took it for a ride in rural Montcalm County. The friend lost control of the car and it flipped over.
You're injured, you're going to go to the hospital, you're going to get better and go home. That's kind of what I thought.
Marcus had several spinal injuries.
The C5, C6 injury is really what's keeping me in this wheelchair.
He spent several months at Mary Freebed Rehabilitation Hospital in Grand Rapids. Dr. Mike Jakubowski says all his patients have life-changing injuries.
So spinal cord injuries, brain injuries, multiple trauma with multiple broken bones.
For someone who has been catastrophically injured, the cost of recovery can easily reach over $1 million. Marcus says thanks to no-fault insurance, he's been able to get by.
It's huge. I mean, if I were to have to pay for it, I couldn't afford all the therapy and the amount of time I spent in the hospital at all.
People with these kinds of catastrophic injuries would often, at the age of 25, they would be in nursing homes.
There are 12 states with no-fault auto insurance, and Michigan is the only one that provides unlimited lifetime medical care. Lori Connerton is with the Insurance Alliance of Michigan. They support a no-fault system but want reform.
If you're injured in an auto accident, your auto insurance company will pay all reasonable and necessary care for the rest of your life.
The National Association of Insurance Commissioners shows Michigan having the third highest premiums in the country at $1,350 a year. Insurance.com shows Michigan at the top. The average yearly rate is $2,738. Meantime, neighboring states like Ohio are $900.
It's a very comprehensive benefit system. And so we pay Cadillac prices here.
Starting July 1st, it will cost drivers $170 for each vehicle. That's $10 more than last year. The money goes into a fund run by the Michigan Catastrophic Claims Association. The MCCA, created by the legislature in 1978, reimburses insurance companies for personal injury protection claims over $545,000.
I think there needs to be some transparency in where our premiums are going.
Brandon Hewitt is an attorney with Michigan Auto Law. He supports the no-fault system, but also wants reform. He shows us his statement where most of the money is going to collision, not medical coverage.
Only $45 of that is actually going towards this PIP premium. $160 is going toward the MCCA, but actually the largest chunk is the collision coverage. So maybe the answer is a hybrid no-fault system.
Several attempts have been made in the legislature to reform the no-fault law, but all have failed. Hewitt thinks it's because groups are lobbying for different things. For example, the Insurance Alliance wants fee schedules for medical costs. Right now, there aren't any.
Sometimes we pay 2 to 3 to 4 times higher for the same treatment for somebody who is injured in a workers' compensation accident. And so that increases the cost even more on auto insurers.
Dr. Jakubowski would also like to see more transparency with the MCCA. He thinks drivers have the right to see where their money is going.
What is in the fund? But that is totally opaque, and I think it's It's a travesty.
The MCCA is not required to open its books to the public. It says an independent actuarial consultant evaluates medical cost inflation, economic conditions, investment returns, and the number of claims.
This no-fault stuff would be really easy to justify if they said, this is what we're spending your money on. Look at how many people we've helped.
In a twist to Marcus's story, he owns an insurance agency. Even he is confused by how rates vary from state to state. The insurance industry blames the no-fault system, high-tech auto repairs, and more accidents due to distracted driving.
And those costs are going up. So that results in your premiums going up.
You should always shop around for the best price. But when it comes to buying no-fault insurance, you have no choice. In Michigan, it's the law.
It was established to guarantee that no matter what happens, if you're at fault, you're not at fault, you know that you're going to be protected if you're hurt. And that's the bottom line.
The Michigan legislature continues to introduce no-fault reform bills. The most recent would allow consumers to choose their level of coverage. But critics already say it benefits insurance companies, not the consumer.
Nice job.
It's all a bit scary for Marcus. The no-fault law helped give him hope for the future.
My lifelong goals are to get back to work, be a good father, be a good spouse, have a good home, and be a contributing member of society.
Now, that recent bill was referred to the Insurance Committee, but so far has not been discussed. Many hope the recent debate will lead to public hearings where all interested parties can get together and create a reform bill that works for everybody. Nick and Juliet.
Thank you, Sarah, for that. If you know of something we should investigate, we want to hear from you.